and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta in our resistance run, where I think things are starting to come together. We've significantly increased the amount of volatiles. We're making attempts to run colony ships out to set up bases in places where volatiles can be extracted quite reasonably. In this case, this is out by Jupiter, I believe. So we managed to get one colony ship out that did not get interrupted on the way out. So when that's up and done, we're getting something like 60%, well, 60 more volatiles per month from just the one little mine. So that'll be like 2 more volatiles per day, quite a bit. We got a couple techs that are almost coming online. Poseidon Torch is probably going to be the drive that will support us until we get a fusion drive that is better than it. At least for as far as the warships are concerned. And then we're 3 of, I think, 7 out of the fusion line. Obviously, the end of the fusion line is probably the best. And I'm contemplating potentially doing exotic armor, just to try to drag down the volatile cost on the armor. So you're hitting 662. Okay. I don't think we're going to win this fight. I'm going to hit engage. We're going to actually hit auto-resolve here. We're going to see if the auto-resolve gives us any kills. And it doesn't. At best, I may have been able to tell it to shoot the torpedoes at a particular target and maybe kill that target, so I'm not going to contest that auto-resolve result. Heart's in the right place. You continue to want the Beta Cartel. I'm not on board with that. Otherwise, it's a generous trade, which is fine. I don't even want what you're selling me, so have a ship to the line. We want a nice, strong humanity first that actually engages the aliens. They haven't really been doing that, so bit of a shame there, but oh, I probably don't need to improve relations in Bangladesh anymore. We'll keep improving in Japan. Stealing some more exotics from the aliens, destroying some of their bases. And of course the aliens promptly turn around and start replacing them, because they do. That's what you did, right? We lost a point in Afghanistan, so that's what we'll probably be going to next. It'll be quick to take back. Probably... no, we probably do need to do some degree economy. Yeah, we'll probably just keep doing the economy, that'll be fine. It's debating potentially moving to knowledge instead of economy, but we want to build the economy up there a little bit as well. Okay, so we're going to want to purge. Honestly, I could actually just purge with you, that would work as well. Or just, yeah, because you're got 25, we'll purge with you. Up the persuasion a little bit. And then you can keep going after alien bases. Let's give you your 25th command slot. And then we've got 2 alien structures to attack, so we'll send one of you after one and the other one after the other. Oh, you have... Oh, you even have Purge. So we'll do you on the Purge. And we'll do you on the Crackdown. We'll just investigate the alien activity in Australia. The aliens are up to stuff in Australia, apparently. And yeah, 20th of August. It's not too far off. Get a tech actually done. Fleet launches Romeo 668. So 668 is probably gonna... Looks like a 2-ship fleet, so they're gonna have a problem. Fleet launches for 911 Armageddon orbit. That's where Romeo 664 is, and the base. So maybe we won't get that mine up in time. We'll see. And another one's launching for 666. Okay. The aliens are definitely contesting our attempts to do stuff around Jupiter. The mine is up and working. Yeah, the mine is up and working there. So in the meantime, it's going to generate like 4 volatile a month. Or 4 volatile a day, so it's definitely worth of attempting that. We'll see if we can hold on to it. Back down, mission successful. Coup in Pakistan. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to happen. That's probably easy to fix. Troops supporting the resistance have done their thing. Cool. Another probe idea. They're okay. These are a little water heavier than we need them to be. We're more needing volatiles. A couple of these are good volatiles. Although, they're all far enough away, we gotta send a colony ship, we're gonna grab them. Purge mission, critical success, okay. Decent stuff on that place. Not that we're necessarily going to go out there anytime soon. They're all far enough away that we have to do a colony ship for them to be sort of semi-viable. Which then the aliens can interdict is kind of what's going on there. Yeah, so let's, what, I can crack you down pretty easily. You can do a crackdown, so we'll go ahead and follow up in the crackdown here on the other point. The servants may think they've got these points, but they don't. This is just a temporary handoff before we make them hand it back. Oh, you even have 23 espionage. Okay. Well, that's espionage. You don't have a purge mission, though. Which is kind of the problem there. Investigating alien activity. Okay. So that's a movement in the right direction. Well, say in the right direction, that's just a movement towards our counselors getting even better. Although some of them are getting a little old and gray. 57, for example. 15th of August, 8th of May. Although it's 8th of May next year. 13th of August, 8th of next June. Although that's going to lower the mission control on a lot of our habs, so we can definitely support more stuff at that point. Firm assignment, let some time pass. Orbital arrives. Arrived at Titan. So, yeah. The moon of Titan is probably worth doing stuff on. That's why the aliens are there. That doesn't surprise me. Servants in Pakistan has failed. I'm surprised. Although it was because they did the defense, it was an 85% chance. Let's do repeat and continue. Didn't fail everywhere. A bit of a shame we have to sign the purge before crackdowns go off, because this guy is, though to be fair, he's got a 25% chance of success going up against the wrong one, but it's ticking up and getting better and better as time goes on. Okay. There's inertial confinement 3. There's another drive to potentially look out at. Do you want to pick up the exotic armor? I could use this to evaluate how much we complete this. Evaluate how many volatiles to save. Here's the automated solar collector. Okay, so there's another automated thing I could get, but it's not really what we want. Get the restored sword line. Yeah, let's pick up the exotic armor. Or at least start working towards it until we've got the drive tech associated with what we're working on. So we can do the price comparison between the drives. Only got up to 33 before he took his roll. He rolled a 58, so he failed. It's probably not going to be a problem. Nuclear attack underway. Iran and the Control Initiative is launching a nuclear attack on the enemies in the Kiev region. Well, the H-bomb just went off in Kiev. Base defenses online in Mexico City. But I already put some in Mexico City. Well, now they're actually there online in Mexico City. This is 666. We're going to engage and actually fight this battle, because we have torpedoes. Maximum speed. And as soon as you're in range, put the torpedoes away. This may be a case of mutually assured destruction, depending upon what the enemy's rocking and weapons. Because they're basically going to put 12 torpedoes downrange at them, and if that's either going to kill them or it's not. It doesn't look like they have a jamming weapon, so we'll get all 12 away. And then the other question is, does their return fire blow the ship up? I suspect they will be unable to dodge the torpedoes if they don't have the point defense to blow it up. Because these are the nuclear-powered torpedoes, so should be enough Delta V on them to get them to arrive on target. Laser weapon trying to tickle me. Swapping over to trying to deal the torpedoes, probably a little too late. There we go. Yeah, all the torpedoes away. Gave us a victory there. We took negligible damage, so it should be able to complete the flight out to its destination, unless the enemy sends more ships after it. Is available for Operation Soul? Yep, it should continue its burn. It's now weaponless, so it'll just come down to can it complete its mission before it gets exploded. And even if it doesn't, we just traded a ship for a ship, which is probably worth it for us. And traded a very cheap ship for a ship, so extra good. Okay, we've already got a crackdown going in there. We'll set you as the purge on that one. Come on, that one. 82% even if you don't get what you want. And then you, I think it's going to be you. Yeah. You go for the easy one, which you should succeed at. Do we have any new alien instructions to hit? We do. Go hit it. And then we're going to send you... probably the public campaign in Japan. So we can try to move against those three. Servant points. 30th of April for the torch. That's next April, okay. We're gonna get the exotic armor this year, so we'll be able to compare exotic armor versus not in volatile cost. If it saves enough volatiles, I might be tempted to build, upgrade some ships to the exotic armor. Got 10% in Japan, keep going. I think the crackdown will be the next one. There we go, there's the crackdown, so yep. At this point we should be able to sweep those 2 points real quick. And then we can send one of them into just a control nation. Munitions Depot Blast. A large explosion has occurred in the ammunition depot near Surgut. Resulting fires were extinguished over a few hours. The assessment of the damage took place. It appears a substantial quantity of ammunition was seemingly destroyed by the blast. So substantial that some Russian defense officials suspect it was the work of European operations. We can lose opinion in the EU. Or conduct a full investigation. And if it's a local one, then... Oh, nice. So by doing that, we were able to locate the weapons. Cool. There was an explosion to hide the fact that people are stealing weapons. Surface to orbit laser weapons are now available in China. In another location. So it went well. Debris duty. Pay 50 volatiles, get 150 metal, or use the laser gun. Use the laser gun. Got another region to raid. There is our takeover. Boost funding. Don't care about government, don't care about knowledge. This is Pakistan. Probably do environment. Get the environment up. Oh, we don't have control executive, so I can't do diplomacy yet. Have you come in and do control nation. We'll send you actually to inspire that guy. You're gonna go assault that alien base. And you go public campaign. We'll give you a little bit of money for that public campaign. And you probably get public campaign as well. There we go. Firm assignments, let some time pass. We'll arrive in December. You'll arrive in February, assuming you don't get intercepted. I think there's intercepts going for at least one of those two. Okay, servants are affecting our stuff again, but that's what they do. Egypt is asking us to do a thing, we're gonna say no. Another 3 alien abductions. Control mission successful. Okay, so now we have full control back over Pakistan. Victor 1024 completes transfer and has arrived at Namagan in orbit. It's begun bombarding the location. Okay. There is the ship. You're in the orbit with the ship. Yeah. Do the transfer. Continue. You should be able to gauge. You literally got to destroy the thing. We're in the orbit. We're literally... Interesting. Okay. You continue what you're doing. It's you. Well, arguably, we still want you to keep attacking bases. We're in total war footing, so oh, can't attack bases. There's no bases to attack. That's a thing. You know where an alien is? Maybe we'll shoot an alien. Know where an alien is? 4% chance to assassinate him. Get that up to 42. Okay, believe you're doing what you're doing. Can we get you to do the inspire on that one? Can we get you to go gather intelligence on that alien? Confirm assignments. Let some time pass and abort its flight plan because it's gone and run away. Okay. White Horse is now a resource region. Following significant investments in excavation, White Horse Canada is producing large quantities of strategic materials. Grant a bonus to the nation's economy, spoils, build army, build navy priorities, will also grant greater increase in inequality and environmental damage. Okay. I believe clean energy gets rid of that. For good and for bad, I suppose. Council's apparent loyalty increased by 2. Increased by 1. Do it a couple more times. You don't need to sanction Uruguay. Okay, alien facility to attack. Romeo 644 has complete transfer. Granted, the person you were transferring to is no longer there. Arguably meaning we're probably at the point where we should just scuttle the ship, because the ship's just sitting here asking to be attacked. And that's about it. Keep going roughly the same plan we've got going. Now what is the probability that we can now assassinate up to 7 before applying money? So we can get all the way up to 65. I'll take a 65. That does mean we want to protect our assassin, so the assassin doesn't die, because it's a pretty high probability of him dying. But we're going to try to bump one of the aliens off. And presumably piss the aliens off in the process. Although supposedly they're already at a total war footing, so I don't suspect that's going to make a big difference pissing them off more at this point. Eliminated Alpha 14. There's exotic armor. So we could do a compare and contrast now on how much that saves us. I'm surprised the next drive hasn't popped up as a possible option. Let's go back to working on Titans. And yeah, we can compare and contrast ship class, the new heavy upgrade. So this is going to be the one where it makes sort of the biggest difference swapping the armor over, right? This is 1.3 thousand volatiles if we're running adamantine. So in theory we're saving 0.04 or 0.015 volatiles per ton of armor. And it also weighs less per point. Biggest difference is probably actually going to be on the side armor. So say we replace the side armor, maybe only the side armor, with exotic armor. That saves us 350 volatiles. Granted, that's at the cost of 27 exotics per ship. Right, so if we flip the whole armor scheme over, 37 exotics, 800-ish volatiles. It does save Delta V, so it would be a little bit more fuel efficient, but anyhow, it's like 9 on the nose. Definitely not even bother with the tail, right? So side is where it's going to make the most difference. And the side, of course, is where it makes the most difference in fuel consumption. Although we're probably good enough engines now, we're not too worried about the fuel consumption. It's also reducing the extra damage from X-ray weapons and particle weapons. Though we lose the bonus resistance to kinetics, so. Yeah, probably not going to rush to build navies with that yet. Maybe for the Titans. At least not going to grid the existing torpedo stuff with it. Oh, they're back. Oh well, I say they're back. They're in the neighbor. Space defense is online in a Chinese province, Chinese region. There's the comparison point. Okay, so now we can actually do the comparison between the two of them. So we've got 2 different drives. Cost doubles. So you're actually... the cheaper one in research is more fuel efficient. You have a fission component that we'd have to... Well, they technically would remove the helium mine. We're probably not going to build a helium mine until after we moved on from the drive. So yeah, you got better fuel efficiency, although not by much. They're basically the same thrust. Oh, no. So basically the same thrust efficiency. So this is just a bigger engine. Probably not going to build that engine then. Right, that's the big thing, is this would be a bigger one. This one's more fuel efficient. And uses a better fuel mix for us. Yeah, so we'd probably run that one if you're going to run that one. I probably could do the research. We might do that after we get Titans. Then we'll pick that drive up. And/or we'll finish the Poseidon Lantern. I think the Poseidon Lantern, other than the Fizzles, is a pretty good drive. Right, 10.1, yeah, so it's more fuel efficient, hold up. Lots of Fizzle in that mix. This is, I think, basically the best Fizzle drive. So I need them to actually purge it before I can crack it down again and take it back. Okay, so the alien hasn't revealed itself. We did have another alien base we can attack. Get us another batch of exotics. Probably good enough. We engage. I don't think we've got enough firepower here to take on both ships. Well, we might have enough to take on both ships. I don't think we're going to survive taking on both ships. Torpedoes away at the smallest one. The hope being that when they maneuver, that's the one that's going to be where we want to get all the torpedoes away. So the goal is that whatever overkills this one redirects the other one. I suspect we're going to get one of them, not both. Gunship's the smallest of the two ships, so we're going to try to get the smallest one blown up. Okay, tube's empty. Nope, they had enough point defense, so just gonna auto-resolve this. We know we lose. They've got laser weapons, so they could literally just go around circles around us until we blow up. So yeah, if the torpedoes don't make it through the screen, the torpedoes or the ship is no longer capable of destroying them. Multi asset is successful. Will be done in January. That's good to see. And yeah, we might follow up with that cheaper of the 2 drives. We're really going to skip the tier 3 drive for the line that we're on. You're launching to 666. Okay. 666 at this point is out of ammunition, so 666 will die when it engages the enemy. I think after Titans, I'll try getting the next drive. Well, maybe we might actually... We'll hold off until we get the torch. We'll send out a new wave of colony ships, but with the torch drive this time. Maybe a slightly bigger drive, bigger ships. Have a little bit better capacity to fight back. Okay, so they have done that, so we can come in with the crackdown. And the purge. Here we go. Someone doesn't have an order. You don't have an order. Improve the state of affairs in Japan for us. Crackdown successful, so the purge should be successful, basically throwing them back out of Afghanistan. "666 completes its transfer." Okay, so the question here, the question here is, will they blow the base up after they blow the ship up? Found the base. We've colonized orbital of Jupiter. Here comes the ship blowing up, but we have the base. That's a little bit of an overkill response, but that's their response. That response is like, nah, you're not having anything at Jupiter. That's very much, you're not having anything at Jupiter response. There's Titans. And then yeah, we're not gonna do this one. We don't need the raw power for the speed. Thinking we could grab that. I think we'll hold off though. Yeah, I think we'll hold off and try to grab one of the later ones. Because I think the Poseidon Torch will just do whatever we do with it better. Yeah, let's grab. Yeah, what do I want to grab? Damage control, tempting, probably not strong enough. Yeah, well, we probably, yeah, get the laser ones. before we build a laser ship, get the laser ones. Oh, well, I was about to go, oh yeah, we're making good time. It's saying January. We're actually no, that is the next month. Apparently we've lost control and they're gonna do what they want with that slot. Didn't get a notification for that. Yeah, they're bombarding that location, unsurprisingly. Okay, I think it is time for Purge and Crackdown to get into Japan. So, Crackdown, you. Purge, you. Mass media. Okay. We're going to confirm that. We're getting you in early March. I think I'm going to redesign some attempts to colony ships again with the new Poseidon Torch. I'll try to send those out. And then we'll probably also design like a Titan. Maybe even start building some Titans. Fleet launches, low 911 Armageddon orbit, so they're presumably coming for the one ship we have sitting there that's unable to do anything. Crackdown successful. Another alien megafauna dealt with. There's our Purge, so we're now in Japan. I don't have enough mission control, or I don't have enough control points to take another point, so we'll just roll with what we have at the moment. So we're going to send you to investigate, and we're going to send you to surveil the location. See if we can find the alien responsible. Go persuasion here. Build a few more control points. We're gonna grab more science on you. Probably isn't helping very much, but we'll grab it. Republic campaigning, so grab some persuasion. You already have max persuasion. Probably makes sense. Well, we're gonna grab the last espionage on you. There we go. Enemy ship choice of resistance. Do you even have enough drive capacity to get back to one of our stations? You don't even have 3.7 millig or 3.7 kps on board. You have 2.7. Oh, you're in intermediate orbit. So can you make it a medium? You can. Okay, so we can at least get you back to disassemble you. Environmental degradation. Find subsidies to mitigate the damage. Itchy to guess that's probably the alien. Arriving someplace that we probably don't care about. %, before we invest ops on a 25 investigate character? Yeah, I think that's the alien. Just a guess. Just a very educated guess. Now, that might not be the only alien down here, but that's one of the aliens down here. Then March. We might not get to March 21st on this cycle. We'll get to February on 20th next week. Panic. Calm the panic. No, we'll use the troops.
Our technology is but a mirror of ourselves. When we reach for fusion, the power of the sun, we reach for the light that guides our path through the darkness. Superior Judith Howell, Seeing the Light podcast.
Okay. They did nowhere global defense. Okay, that's one of the ones I wanted to do. That wasn't the one I wanted to do immediately after neutronic fusion, although the one I would want to do, ideally we don't actually do. That's this one. Yeah, that's the one we couldn't actually do anyway, because we need terawatt fusion for that. We're already researching it, so I suppose we do terawatt fusion, then do that one. Or oh no, we could skip. Okay, so we would have done this one next. That's fine. We still have control of terawatt fusion, presumably. After terawatt fusion, you can do proton-proton fusion. It'll all work out in the end. It'll work out in the wash. We're running out of important text in the tech tree anyway, so. And that's a fairly quick one, so maybe that one does finish quicker and we'll just do that one anyway. There's the torch. The muon spiker in theory, I think, boosts the torch? No, muon is the fusion. I think I already have the one for the fission. Okay. Councils live 10 years longer. I'm probably gonna need to do that. Well, probably should do that at some point to keep the councilors alive. Okay, classes. Let's, I was about to say, let's upgrade the Ulysses. I'm just going to build it on a bigger chassis. No, not that ship. Monitor. So this gives us 3 utility slots. Just one more than the escort we were using before, so that's probably the way we want to go. Drive. We could do the Nova Drive, but we got the Poseidon Torch. We think this is going to be better. We think it's going to be better. Can we run that with the inertial confusion? We can. Okay. So even though this is a fission drive, apparently it powers itself. Okay. Required powers here. Okay. And then utility module wise, even though this is technically a fission drive, nuclear saltwater rocket, it's not a fission drive in the form that you can use the neutron spiker. Okay. It doesn't use hydrogen, so we can't use those. I might go solar outpost kit and the automated, or no, not solar outpost kit. Vision platform kit and automated fission outpost. So the platform in theory would allow us to set a dock up so we can refuel the thing and move it on to the next target. It would be the plan there. And if it needs to defend itself, we'll give it the targeting computer, so it's less likely to be jammed. Old weapons. We got 4 slots. I'm going to run 2 batches of torpedoes and 2 batches of Lancehead missiles. Got no nose weapon, armor. We could technically go with the exotics on here. We're just going to run adamantine for the moment. So, like, 1. I'm going to splurge. This is a bigger ship. We'll give it 5 more nose armor. Okay. Oh, and we're getting enough. In fact, that's just show you the fuel efficiency on this drive. We're getting enough Delta V from 1 tank. Granted, not to get there anywhere quick, but we can get there. So our targets we're looking at. 2 in theory allows us to go there and back, or go there much slower, or go much faster, I mean. Another drive is not actually making us go faster. So 3, drive doesn't make us go faster. 4. Get there in less than 20 weeks. How much does the ship weigh without the fuel? So probably don't run more than 500 tons worth of fuel. Right, which maybe that isn't stretch. So that's like a 5 tank ship. 5-6 tank ship. Do we need a ship that can get there in 5 weeks? We could have a ship that can do this in 5 weeks. We're not going to do that. Oh, the radioactive cost on that. Yeah, we'll do 5. We'll do like a 20-week burn. It'll get there, it can set up the platforms, and either it will survive for the platforms to get set up and get refueled and go forth, or it won't. So yeah, this is what we're going to try building. These will take a little bit longer to build. They won't be 30-day builds. And they're obviously a little bit more expensive. Well, let's try this. Okay. And then we do have access to Titan chassis. So this is a Titan. So again, right now that's probably the deciding drive for us. We are probably still going to run the inertial combined fusion. That's our best power plant. We can run it with that thing. Needs one of those. Probably can run some ECM. Presumably run a flag bridge. The first one of these will probably be a kinetic ship, so we'll give it a couple mags. Give it a salvage bay. I'll leave a couple of these empty because I don't know what we want for the hull modules, agility modules. And then for the ship, we are high enough tech that we can run point defense phasers. Do I run full point defense phaser? No, I'm gonna run not railgun. Oil guns. 2 of those Mark II coil or Mark III coil gun batteries. And then for our nose weapon will be heavy siege coiler. Oh. They've got 4 hard points. I'm clicking the wrong one. Spinal siege coiler 3. There we go. So that's our gun. Presumably this needs some armor. This might be the thing where it warrants actually putting the exotic armor, for example. So we probably want like a 15 side and then a 160 front. Right, so if we swapped out the side armor for exotics, that saves us 800 volatiles just on the side. Granted, that's getting pretty expensive with the exotics. Yeah, that's like 60 exotics, okay. And then without fuel, we're looking at a 50,000 ton ships. We're probably looking at like grabbing like almost 50 tanks to fuel the thing. In which case, that's some decent Delta V. We didn't even go as high as 60. Alright, so that's some decent Delta V. This is a ship that can go where it needs to go. It is expensive. Though this maybe has the armament to be worth being expensive. I suppose for the first version of this I should actually do without the... Right. This is the P-Torch. Titan. Coil. So I can tell what it is. So this is the big ship. Probably the best power plant ship we're going to get until we get pretty deep into the fusion line. This is, we'll say, this is their space superiority ship. So yeah, we'll save that design. In theory, if it just burns all the fuel, it can get to where we're thinking in Jupiter in 17, 18 weeks. We probably wouldn't be quite so aggressive with the burn. Save some fuel. Could happily do like a 30-week burn. Okay, we got a ship. Yeah, so let's we'll construct some ships. The Majestic Monitor. Majestic Class Monitor. So we can get these done in 58 days. Once again, I think I'll be a little more aggressive for this one. We're going to try colonizing 6 different places using the Mars ship here. And then we'll see how that goes, and if that goes well, terribly, whatever, we'll then, on the back of that, try swapping over to maybe building some of those Titans. Some of those really big Titans. Come on, let's, before I completely stop, let's do an upgrade of this. This is technically not going to be an upgrade, because this is going to be... still the P-Torch. Titan. Laser. Okay. So, this ship's going to differ by... We're going to swap with the nose weapon. Big ultraviolet phaser cannon up front. And then we're going to run slightly different hull weapons. We're going to run... Granted, we haven't done the advanced ones. We only got the plasma ones, but... Plasma battery Mark IIs. So these will chip away at armor. This will liquidate whatever this is chipped up. And then here we actually do want to fill the utility slots, I believe, with the advanced laser engines. So we can boost the power of here from 400 to 460, which should help a little bit more with penetration. Oh, and presumably don't need the mags, so we can swap those out laser engines. So we can actually bust this all the way up to 500. Still, quite expensive ship. This, if we basically don't accelerate into the enemy, you can just go blap, 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 blap at the flankers when the flankers get too close. Every 10 seconds. Armor effectiveness is 6% at 600 kilometers, so it's probably pretty decent at 1,000 still. And this does enough damage that unless they have a lot of armor, this should just chew them up. That's our P-Torch Titan, Laser Class Titan. Yeah, that'll be what we try to build as a fleet that we can actually go forth with. We'll try a colony dash run again, but then we'll try building these up behind. We can obviously only afford 3. And we probably want 10. And in fact, oh, I just realized I probably screwed this one up. You're on the wrong mode. Should be on attack mode. Probably focus fire mode. You're on attack mode. Now we'll leave you on attack mode. These are in defense. Okay. And of course, that's not even considered a refit change, right? That's just... Yeah, so it's gonna remove it every time. How to fix that sensibly. You know, I know how I'm gonna do this. We're gonna want a point defense version. Do more point defense. So we'll design a point defense one, and then we'll actually swap it back. Of course, we'll still run the point defense with the laser one. So this is the P-Torch Titan PD. Where its hull weapons, there's just going to be a whole bunch of the So we'll run like 2 of these, 4 with just the laser up front, and then 4 of the kinetics. Okay, save design. Then I'm actually gonna trash you, upgrade you. You've still got the focus fire, yes. Then I can go delete those 4. Toss the plasmas on. Okay. Oops. Upgrade, because that's the wrong name. Laser. It's gonna be one of those days. Delete. Upgrade you. Delete, 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 delete. Place, place. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we got the sort of 3 ships. There's gonna be... We might redesign it a little bit. Well, if we ever get better fusion engines, we'll probably build a version of this with better fusion engines. But this is gonna be our hypothetical fleet for offensive actions after we move off of the Majestic. Majestic class. Oh, I have them to the patrol. Should be colony ship. It's fine. But yeah, so we got a plan. We're gonna see if that plan works in the next stream. Working up on where I should put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow. We recorded 5 parts tonight. The next stream should be in 4 days. So I should have already recorded the next part for you by tomorrow. In fact, it should be recorded 3 days prior to this when you're watching this. So there should totally be a part up tomorrow. Something has gone horribly wrong if there isn't. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and end the video before I do the schedule, upcoming Twitch schedule, but rest assured we will be probably playing this again in 4 days. I'll go over the rest of the schedule after I end the video here, because by the time YouTube's watching this, the next one and this one will have probably... Well, actually, no. Trying to remember what the schedule is actually. Probably by the time this is being watched by YouTube, this will just about to come down off of Twitch. So the Twitch information for YouTube is probably not super useful anymore, as I'm going to try to record a little bit ahead to account for the fact I'm going to have a vacation with the family soon. And I say soon, I think it's like half a month in the future. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.